Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare बोलो बोलो सब लोग गाइए हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Enam Kanvandam Maravindadalaya Taksham Bhagavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Nandar Agom Vikamaniya Vishesha Shobham. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Andaniya Sakale Priya Priti Manti Asyan Dipan Dikayanti Jiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham
Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Gauranitai, 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 Shri Shri Gauranitai. Gauranitai, Shri Shri Gauranitai, Jaya Radha, Shama Sundar, Radha, Shama Sundar, Radhe, Radha, Shama Sundar. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jayo Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Prabhupada, Guru Deva Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Vande Boi Savadana Made Vande Boi Vande Boi Savadana Made Vande Boi Jahara Prasade Bai He Baba Turiya Jai Krishna Jahara Prasade Bai He Baba Turiya Jai Jahara Prasade Krishna Prapti Hoy Jahan Hoite Krishna Prapti Hoy Krishna Prapti Hoy Jahan Hoite Krishna Prapti Hoy Jahan Hoite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya Guru Mukha Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Arana Kori Ho Mane Asha Arana Harana kariyo mane asha Harana kariyo mane asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gadi Shri Guru Charane श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति ये प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा ये प्रसाद पूरे ये प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा ये प्रसाद पूरे ओ चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे हे चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जन्मे जन्मे हे दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाश दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते जाते वेद गाय जहाँ रच हृदो वेद गाय जहाँ वेद चरिदो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनारा बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनारा बंधु लोकदात लोके राजी वाना लोकनाथ मुके राजी प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पदा छाया प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पदा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया प्रभु देव मोरे पद छाया एवयाश गुषु त्रिभु वाना एवयाश गुषु प्रभु पतित पवाना प्रभुपाद पतित जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा श्रील प्रभुपादा प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपादा जय पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपादा पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपादा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadi Shatarine Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Ram Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jayo Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radhe Radha Shama Sundar. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Sri Sri Gauranitai.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. चले गए. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Ramo Hare Hare.
Yeah, it doesn't have. Sresta Prabhu did not come. Sresta, he did not come for kirtan. Did not come. Make announcement that there is a Bhagavatam class. Make announcement using their microphone. Hare Krishna. You have cartels? Sresta Prabhu did not come for Guru Puja. He came.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Is the internet working? It's not working, right? The whole, even in your cell phone, it doesn't work, isn't it? Is the internet working? Huh? Does it work? It works? No. Let me see. Sure. Answer to him. Answer him. It's not really. Oh, it is. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Who? Who was it? Huh? You don't know? Hare Krishna, Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasodanandana Prajajanuranjana Yasodanandana Prajajanuranjana Yamuna Tera Valachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasodanandanam Brajajanaranjana Yasodanandanam Brajajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaratari Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Siradhe Jaya Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Siradhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundarata Shama Sundar Shirate Jaya Lalita Visaka Lalita Visaka Lalita Visaka Jaya Lalita Visaka Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Vitai Gaur Premanande Jai Nichalila Pavista Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Asto Tarasatsi Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Nichalila Pavista Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Asto Tarasatsi Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Sri Rup Sri Sanatan Bhattara Gunat Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunat Sad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Preme se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopina Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Brajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Sinavadvip Mayapurdam ki jai, Gangamai ki jai, Yamuna Mai ki jai, Tulsi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai. Si Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Sankirtan Yagya ki jai. Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Books Distribution ki jai. Samaveda Bhaktabinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnavatale Shrimad Gopal Krishna Goswami Tinamani Prabhupada Saitanya Pakasha Vitiraja Pacharangitan Saragat Pati Maha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Om Aghyanam Timirandasya Gyanangyana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sejuta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vindavaneswari Visabhano Sute Deve Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaisnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktabinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We continue reading today from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, the Saman Banam, Chapter 11, the childhood pastimes of Lord Krishna. We're now at the end of the chapter. The last verse doesn't have a purport, and the second before that has a purport. So we will read both the verses. Text 58. Iti nandadaya gopa Krishna Rama katam mudha kurbanta ramanana na avinda bhava vedanam itinanda dayogopa Krishna Rama katang mudha kurbanto ramamanascha navindan bhava vedanam. Can I read? Next. Bible, whoever is the most senior should read first. We are all senior here, but one is more senior than the others. So who is the most senior here? Can I read? Itinanda dayogopa Rajnarama katang buddha Kurbanto ramamanascha Navidan bhava vedanam. Okay, you're the next senior. You can read. Tinanda dayogopa Krishna Rama katang buddha Kurbanto ramamanascha Nabindhang bhava vedanam Itinanda dayogopa Krishna Rama katang buddha Kurbanto ramamanascha Navindam Matajis Itinanda dayogopa Krishna Rama katang buddha Kurbanto ramamanascha Navinam bhava vedanam. Word for word meaning, iti, in this way, nandadaya, all the cowherd men, headed by Nanda Maharaj, Gopa, cowherd men, Krishna Rama Katang, narration of incidents in connection with Bhagavan Krishna and Rama, Muda, in great transcendental pleasure, Kurbantaha, doing that, Ramamana, Cha, enjoyed life and increased their affection for Krishna. Na, not, avindan, perceived, bhava vedanam, the tribulations of material existence. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this way, all the cowherd men headed by Nanda Maharaj enjoyed topics about the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram with great transcendental pleasure, and they could not even perceive material tribulations. Purport. Here is an instruction about the result of studying or discussing the Krishna Leelas that appear in Srimad Bhagavatam. Sadhyo hridi abarudhyate tra kritibhi susrubhis tatsanat. Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, Chapter 1, Text 2. Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda in Vrindavan appeared like ordinary persons of this material world, but they never felt the tribulations of this world, although they sometimes met many dangerous situations created by the demons. This is a practical example. If we follow in the footsteps of Nanda Maharaj and the Gopas, we can all be happy simply by discussing the activities of Krishna. Anartapashamam sakshad bhakti-yogam adukshaje lokasya janato vidvams chakre satvata samhitam. Vyasadeva has given this literature so that everyone may understand one's transcendental position simply by discussing Bhagavad-Gita. Even at the present moment, everyone, everywhere can be happy and free from material tribulations by following Srimad Bhagavatam. There is no need of austerities and penances, which in this age are very difficult to perform. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore declared, Sarvatmasnapanam parang vijayate si Krishna sankirtanam. By our Krishna consciousness movement, we are trying to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam so that anyone in any part of the world can be absorbed in the Krishna consciousness movement. By chanting and hearing about the activities of Krishna and be free from all material tribulations. Next text. In this way, Krishna and Balaram passed their childhood age in Brajabhumi by engaging in activities of childish play, such as playing hide and seek, constructing a make-believe bridge on the ocean, and jumping here and there like monkeys. Even today, there's a lot of monkeys, right? But not the same monkeys during 5,000 years ago. Iti nandadayo gopa Krishna Rama katang muda kurbanto ramamanascha navindam baba vedanam. So the Gopas, the elderly Gopas, headed by Nanda Maharaj, they would all sit down together and they will discuss what's happening. Because these childhood pastimes of the Supreme Lord is the sweetest of all the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Childhood, boyhood, and youthhood. But the childhood pastimes are what you call cute. Very, very astonishing, very, very surprising. It's so wonderful that the Gopas and even the elderly Gopis, along with Mother Yasoda, every day they will compose songs of the activities of the Supreme Lord along with his elder brother, Sri Balaram. They will compose songs and they will sing these songs during the whole day. And that's why they are fully Krishna conscious. Tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purbakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. So this is the secret of the Brajabasis. They didn't know that just by speaking about Lord Krishna's pastimes, talking about his pastimes, narrating his pastimes, they become free from tribulations. They could not even perceive material tribulations. This is what says in the verse. Kurvanto ramamanascha navindam baba vedanam. By doing that, they enjoyed life and increased their affection for Krishna, not knowing or perceiving the tribulations of material existence. What are the tribulations of material existence? Birth, death, old age, and disease. They never thought about dying. They never thought of having disease. Of course, sometimes Krishna will have headache, and that headache can only be cured by the dust coming from the lotus feet of his devotees. And the gopis, they're ready to do it. They'll even ask Narad Muni, how much you like, you can take. They don't care even if they go to hell. So in this way, Srimad Bhagavatam is like a panacea. What is panacea means? Medicine. Medicine. It's like we were in Naimisaranya the other day, Prem Prakash Prabhu, along with Mukunda Datta Prabhu. We were there. So, going back in time, I think they have more trees there than in Vrindavan, because that is a forest. It is the hub of the universe where Lord Brahma, he threw the chakra. You would want to be sure that in this area will be so secluded that it will not be affected in Kali Yuga. And that is true. Sisi Gornitai ki jai, Guru Parampara ki jai, Sisi Krishna Balaram ki jai, Radhe Sham Lalita Visakha Devi ki jai. We were there, and the place is just like going back in time, thousands and thousands of years. If you think Mayapur is not exploited, but that is like 100 times not exploited at all. To reach there, now you have a nice highway, and then for an hour and a half we have free massage because of the bumping of the road up and down. But I was not expecting it to be. I thought it would be like Vrindavan, high-rise buildings and so on. No. So many temples. The place where Sukadev Goswami first heard the Srimad Bhagavatam from his father, Srila Vyasadeva. And then the second time, after Sutta Goswami heard from when Sukadev Goswami told to Parikshit Maharaj the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he heard it for 7 days. And then when he came back, the sages, there were about 88,000 sages, they requested Sutta Goswami to narrate the Srimad Bhagavatam again for as long as there is 1,000 years sacrifice. So twice it was heard, the Srimad Bhagavatam in that place. And how powerful is that place? 88,000 sages sitting down in the forest, and they're not even using a microphone. No microphone. So how did they hear that? I mean, after 100 meters without microphone, you'll not be able to hear. Prabhupada says, one should hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-Gita, and other transcendental literatures through aural reception. Because the sound is so powerful, especially this sound vibration, transcendental sound vibration, and it travels through ether. It doesn't travel through air. Ether is finer than air. It's like if you say something, it travels like 7 times all over the world. So if you hear the Hare Krishna Mahamantra here, the Krishna Balaram Mandir, 24 hours, we're doing that. And also transcendental topics, Harikatha, then it travels all over the world and it purifies the place. But then there are many elements in Kali Yuga as well that it is very destructive. Mundane sound vibration, noise. That's why if we hear the holy name of the Lord purely, if we hear Harikatha purely from the spiritual master and the sadhus or the pure devotees of the Lord, it is so effective that it is not just hearing by your ear, but your heart will become purified. So much so that the anarthas or the unwanted desires within one's heart, lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy will disappear. And because those sages, the prime quality of those sages is that they don't have any envy. Envy is very difficult to give up. How do you give up envy? Live simple. Accept whatever Krishna provides. Don't hanker for more than your quota. So here, Nanda Maharaj amongst the cowherd men, they're all sat down in a meeting room and they're all discussing about Lord Krishna and Rama, Krishna and Balaram. How after they killed Vatsasura and Bakasura, those demons, especially very, very powerful demons, but Krishna killed them like flicking a mosquito, or becoming hot, or by whirling Vatsasura or Bakasura by becoming hot inside. Krishna went inside, and even though he's very soft as a butter or soft as a rose, but he became so hot. So they did not perceive any tribulations. Tribulations means ordeal, means trials. I was looking in the Merriam book, dictionary. Tribulations, problems, anxieties. And Kali Yuga is full of this, full of stripes, full of chaos. So some elderly men came to see Nanda Maharaj, and when they heard that Nanda Maharaj is talking about Lord Krishna, about his activities, previous activities, the elderly men, they requested Nanda Maharaj and the other cowherd men to, oh, you're wasting your life. Half of your life is gone. Why don't you just dedicate yourself and worship Lord Narayan? He says here, why do you remain immersed in discussing about this child, about yourself, which is true? Why don't you concentrate on knowledge, detachment, austerity, and remembrance of Narayan? so that you get deliverance from the material world. So even though this request by the elderly cowherd men from a distant place to Nanda Maharaj and other cowherd men, it is very valid, but Nanda Maharaj just ignored it. Because in this day and age, really, what can you do to counteract the effects of Kali Yuga? Should you perform austerities, go up in the mountains, in the Himalayas, live inside a cave with no clothes on, even in the middle of winter? Or in the middle of summer, surround yourself with hot coal to increase the heat? Perform tapasya? What? So should you stand on your toes like Hiranyakashipu to become immortal? What? Should you just eat once a day with no sweets and no fried foods? Oh, Kartik is coming. We only have less than 1 month to go. And in the month of Kartik, everyone takes a special vow. But that vow is to increase our love towards Lord Krishna. The vow is not to... This is the karma kanda. Karma kanda means you take austerities and sacrifices, and then later on you will offer it to Krishna. No, that is not bhakti. Bhakti means you sacrifice yourself. The secret of success to be happy, Srila Prabhupada says, is that you let yourself to be enjoyed by Lord Krishna. Not that you become the enjoyer. Because Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer. So if you let yourself to be enjoyed by the supreme enjoyer, then you will be happy. Then you will be free from tribulations. You will be free from anxieties. You will be free from all of these things that is not necessary to be thinking about. So how do you let yourself to be enjoyed by Lord Krishna? You let yourself to be enjoyed by Lord Krishna by service, without any self-interest. It's like here in Krishna Balaram Mandir, devotees are busy. They get up at 4 o'clock, or some of them, they get up even before that. And the whole day, till they take rest, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they're busy for the pleasure of Hari Guru and Vaishnavas. Now, you cannot do this every day if you have self-interest, or you can do it only for a certain time. You can be only enthusiastic. You can be only inspired from your own self-vested interest up to a certain time. But after some time, you can see a person or a devotee who is actually happy by how he served accordingly. How he is actually, you can test one's devotion by his service attitude. If you are self-motivated, you will not last for long, especially in Vrindavan. It's not possible. Or maybe sometime you'll be taken away, but then you'll come back again. And then you'll continue. The Brajabasis headed by Nanda Maharaj, the cowherd man, Mother Yasoda, they don't have any anxiety. They don't have, actually they only have one anxiety. How they can increase their love towards Lord Krishna. They don't even try to know who is Krishna. But sometimes they will think about, oh yes, Krishna could be a demigod. Krishna could be a very great mystic, powerful yogi from the past. Or Krishna could be Narayan himself. But then Yogamaya will cover them up again to see that, oh, it's just my lovable object. So yes, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it so easy. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also says, your advancement in Krishna consciousness can be measured how you are so eager to hear the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, His name, fame, form, qualities, and pastimes. It's like here, I've seen devotees, I only come for Srimad Bhagavatam class in English, but I've seen the same devotees again and again and again every day. Or when I pass by the Srimad Bhagavatam class in Hindi, and I see the same devotees come again and again and again. Now, if you're in Vrindavan, and you can come to the Srimad Bhagavatam class, please do. Because it's not the same. If you hear from the FM, or if you hear from Vrindavan TV, and what you call this internet, it is not the same. It is not the same. The power or the energy that's emanating in the temple is not the same in your ashram. You may have also deities at home, but it's not the same if you come and have darshan of our deities. So, the nature of sound vibration is so powerful, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam. We have to hear it every day. This is the cleansing process. Now, one may say, Maharaj, I'm hearing Bhagavatam every day. Why is it I still have so much material desires? It doesn't go away. Why? Because you're not hearing properly. Hearing means acting upon it. Hearing can be just going in this ear and then coming out from this ear. Actually, it should be going in this ear and going into our heart. And we can test ourselves, actually, if we are making progress or we are making advancement. Am I still thinking for myself, for my family, or my friends? In Krishna consciousness, we should only think about Krishna and everything will be taken care of. Our family also will be taken care of. There is this philosophy I was reading the other day about Lao Tse, the philosophy of letting it go. But in Krishna consciousness, it's not like that. You know, letting it go, like, it's like almost you don't care. But we care. Oh, in Krishna consciousness, this is a personal movement. We care. That's why Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, by our Krishna consciousness movement, we are trying to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam so that anyone in any part of the world can be absorbed in Krishna consciousness by chanting and hearing about the activities of Krishna and be free from all material tribulations. You cannot check the karma of your family, but you become a devotee and you'll be able to give the credits to them. You become sincere, you become serious. Then, only then, that your family members will be also get the credit. We cannot do anything about what's going to happen to our family members, our friends, or our loved ones. We should be more concerned about ourselves. But if you also give this knowledge to others, it's like distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. Our main family business is distributing Srila Prabhupada's books and also the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, distribution of the holy name. When you give books, you're also including the holy name inside, because Krishna is none different than the Srimad Bhagavatam. He is the literary incarnation. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of the Supreme Lord. And not just during Bhadra Purnima or this month till October 20 or something. We should do it during the whole year. And in Krishna Balaram Mandir, we're always like in the top 5 all over the world. Top 5. And the holy name is constantly going on. Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur says there should be always a fire in the temple. Well, it's not the fire that, it's like destructive, but fire which is going to be helpful for the welfare of the whole world. Fire of Sankirtan. And Sankirtan doesn't mean only chanting of the holy name. Sankirtan also is like glorifying the Supreme Lord and distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books. So, there is this special privilege of being in Vrindavan. For those of you who are visiting in Vrindavan, you should also take advantage of this process of Sankirtan. Be absorbed while being in Vrindavan. It's so powerful, so fortunate. I cannot imagine how much fortune, what kind of pious activities I must have performed in the past to be here. And we should serve everyone. We should take association of those who are really pure in their heart. Not just big devotees, not just sannyasis, even, you may say, ordinary devotee who is very pure. And you should be a good observer. In Vrindavan, there are few of them. Here at Krishna Balaram Mandir. You should choose your association to be free from tribulations, because you could be also in a wrong association. If you have to choose your association, choose the ones who are always engaged in hearing and chanting the holy name, fame, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Then your position is secured, like the Brajabasis, Nanda Maharaj, the cowherd man, Mother Yasoda, the gopis, and the rest of the Brajabasis. So be absorbed in Krishna consciousness by chanting and hearing. We don't have any other business. Do we have any other business? Huh? Everything that we do should be accompanied by this. You may be doing a lot of service now. I've seen some devotees, they're doing so many service, but then they're good in prajalpa, and they're good in criticizing, and they don't come for the morning program. So what's going to happen to them? It'll soon die out. It's like a flower. It dries out. Instead of blooming and going and going and going and penetrating the Viraj, penetrating the universe, crossing the Viraj river, and going towards the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. I'm sorry for those kind of devotees. We can only pray for them. Hopefully that they'll wake up. This is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Jeev Jago. Okay, so we stop here. Is there any question or any comment? Yes, Pavitra Prabhu. Any Bhakta? Bhakta Mike.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful class. Maharaj, it is said that coming to Vrindavan without going to Govardhan, Shamakund, Radhakund, all the holy places is not complete. So by going to parikramas and avoiding coming to temple for class, would you get any benefits?
You know what? Some of them, the first thing that they do when they come to Vrindavan, they go to Louis Bazaar. They want to get the best kantimala. They want to get the best sari. They want to get the best dhoti, the best of everything. Prabhupada and Shastra says, when you come to the holy place, you should not just take a bath or go to Louis Bazaar. I call it Louis, not Loy. Now it's modernized now. You should search for a pure devotee and hear from him. If you come to Vrindavan or holy places and you actually miss that, then you're like a spiritual tourist. You're like a tourist, turista. And what do you get? Well, you get something, but you don't get the full benefit, full effect. And when you stay in Vrindavan, you need someone, a guide. You cannot do it by yourself. Either it'll be your Guru Maharaj or someone who is more advanced than you, who can check on you, who can tell you, hey, Prabhuji, something is not doing correct here. You are going in a different direction. And I do it to some of our devotees who I think they need a lot of help. And I cannot stand it anymore. I cannot be blind. I cannot be deaf. I cannot be mute. But then they can understand and they will say, Maharaj, thank you very much. And I don't do it to everyone because I don't want to break. I can only do it if I have some relationship with them. But I'm just observing. I'm just watching. So if I say something to someone, I will do it in a very nice way. But it is my concern because as a sannyasi, it is my duty to say it. If I don't say it, I'll be part of their nonsense. I'll be part of their mode of ignorance. But I can say it now because I'm here, I'm sitting here. So don't just go like a spiritual tourist. Okay? Anybody else? Murli Prabhu. Murli Mohan Prabhu. Kirtan Prem Prabhu, welcome. I did not recognize you because of your...
Thank you very much, Maharaj. You've given a very nice class,
Hare Krishna.
very good understanding and all. I read somewhere in our Shastras that
Speak directly to the mic.
Krishna presents himself into the, he enters into the all slokas in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Krishna is present in every word or every letter.
No, that is there. He is everywhere, that is there. But particularly, I have read that in this Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna is presenting himself. So whoever he is in touch with this Srimad Bhagavatam, he will definitely progress in devotional service.
Sure.
That's what I read. There was a Upakhan. It's not coming in my mind right now, but it is. I read in our bona fide, what do you call, Shastras,
Okay.
our Gaudiya
Right,
Vaishnava
right.
Shastras.
As a warning though, the Srimad Bhagavatam should not be heard from scrupulous speakers, professional reciters, unscrupulous or katakar. It's like in Vrindavan, you've seen the most billboards in the whole universe. Kata here, kata there, kata over here, kata there, in all 10 directions. And they all have different tilaks, like this, like that, like this. Well, some of them, they have nice tilak also, Vaishnav tilak. Not all of them, but most of them are professionals. They just there for money. So when you hear the Bhagavatam from them, instead of your heart becoming purified, your material desires increases. It's like the holy name of the Lord is pure, but if it's touched by the lips of a non-devotee, you hear from them also, then it could be poisonous. Milk is good, but if there is a drop of poison, it will kill you. So one must, as Prabhupada warned us, not to hear even from his god brothers. Because if they say something, even one word different from his teachings, we may become bewildered. We may become confused. There's so many Bhagavatam recitations all over the universe. But we should hear from our Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, the disciplic succession, our present acharyas or gurus. To sit here, I'm still trying. One should be free from envy. Envy is very difficult to give up. Big sannyasis, they can give up lust, they can give up wealth, but envy, paramanimatsaranam satam. That is the main qualification of Sutta Goswami. And I'm still have so much of those, but we're endeavoring to get rid of them. And if you hear Bhagavatam from those who are like self-motivated, the result is negative. They're just enjoying. And then when they go home, after hearing Bhagavat, then they used to perform their sinful activities. Yes, Krishna is present. Krishna is the Bhagavatam itself. But you have to hear from the right source. Okay? Yes. Any other question here? Mataji, please speak slowly because your accent is nice, but it's very difficult to hear. Speak slowly. Last question.
Thank you. So, you remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was at Vrindavan, the morning?
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in Vrindavan,
they said then, for just one confirmation, for all the devotees who are a little bit asleep, is done when he was here the morning, he was going in Harinam Sankirtan. He was going to do Harinam in Vrindavan. That he helped also to be more fire up.
yes? Yeah. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavatam ke Vithaya Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavad. Yes, thank you. Evo. Huh? Yes, sir. You okay?
Like purifying our ear like purifying our ear
We're trying.
thank you so much.
How is Shruti Kirti, Prabhu? Is better now? I'll be gone.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj calling me.
This year, regimental parikrama is
Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna